What's happening, everyone? JayShockblast here, and check it out. Thank you to Square Enix for providing me with a review copy of Guardians of the Galaxy. Let's go.
Is online. Confirming Goldie's on the Dastan Sacro Scut.
Seatbelts, everyone. We're going in hot.
Crap. Hold on. Got him! Alpha Hercules system, inside the Keystone Asterism.
Got it. Coordinates are in.
We're not getting away this time. Power down. Hell yeah, Nova Corps! The world mind must have... Oh, come on.
Well, can't say we didn't try.
Nikki's in there somewhere. There's gotta be a way.
Yes, we overpower them with our own vastly superior fleet. Regrettably, we do not have one.
Guys, we do our best work when we're out of options. Somebody's got to have something. Gamora, thoughts?
Maybe Earth has heroes that can help us?
Those guys in the pajamas?
Mighty pajamas.
Trust me, Earth hasn't caught up to everybody just yet. We need somebody with a fleet. Drax.
You have royal blood. Perhaps it is time for the Prince of Spartax to return and rally his people.
You been to Spartax lately?
I have not, but Spartoid technology is well beyond...
Spartax was sacked during the war because of its tech. You can't even land there anymore. Rocket, anything?
What about the Ravagers? You could ask for a temporary truce.
Yondu's rotting away in the kiln thanks to me.
Could bust them out.
Jailbreak the kiln. I'd rather take my chances with the church fleet.
I'll bust them out.
Yeah, I'd bet on Gamora.
As would I.
So would I, but it doesn't matter. The rest of the Ravagers scattered during the war. Any survivors are laying low or serving time in one of a dozen backwater planets. Besides, what's a pirate without a ship? Groot, and no bad ideas.
Yeah, that's a bad idea. We're not going to the Chitauri.
That is the kind of wild card we're looking for, just not that one. The snakes would shoot us in the back.
Assuming they don't shoot us in the front.
Hold on. What if the answer's been slobbering right in front of us this entire time?
Peter Quill, this beast cannot operate a ship.
That's not what I'm saying. Think about it. Cammie's pretty much useless to us, but she's also useless to the church. They want people to brainwash. I bet animals aren't even on their radar.
They went after Cosmo.
Cosmo's mind is way more advanced than ours. His intelligence makes him weak to the promise, just like Rocket.
Thanks, but not an animal.
What I'm saying is we know someone with an entire beast army, and I bet Raker hasn't even looked twice at her.
How can you be certain she is not one of them?
I am Groot.
Guardians of the Gut.
Nope, she's good.
You do realize she still wants to flay us and feed us to her babies?
Guys, this is it. Okay, our one last long shot. We've got to find a way to apologize and make things right. Okay, we'll get her a gift. A peace offering.
I ain't going back in a cage.
No, think bigger. Way bigger. The one beast that you'd want more than any other. Drax knows what I'm talking about.
Oh, yes!
Oh, no.
Here it comes!
You know where we're going. To Maklu 4! To battle the legendary Fin Fang Foom!
Is this really happening?
Yeah, we're totally gonna fly into that, aren't we?
They say that the rings of Maklu 4 perpetually rain fire down upon the godless abominations that dwell below.
How fun.
I'm sure it's worse than it looks, too.
It is. Many of my people braved this same treacherous pilgrimage before me, never to return.
Hang on to something!
Show off.
Hey, if you got it...
Stabilizers are shot. Repair systems are overloaded.
If we are destined to crash, try at least to crash into Fin Fang Foom!
Nobody's crashing!
Oh, we're crashing! These peaks are treacherous, Peter Quill!
I know! I'm doing my best!
Are you? Fear!
Stop yelling!
Fear! Whoa!
Watch out for the thing, Peter!
Which thing?
Pretty sure she needs all the things!
Peter!
Watch out for the thing! Yeah, I got it!
Oh, Scott! Glorious!
We're coming down hard! Okay. Oh, a little bumpy, but we're all okay, right? And we're laughing. That's good.
It's perfect. This is us. This is how we park.
Well, this is how Quill parks, anyways.
We were not fated to die this day. Unless, of course, Fin Fang Foom devours us whole.
Hey, whoa, we gotta find him first. Shall we? Oh, this is insane.
This is how we park, yeah. Whoa! That definitely shouldn't be sparking!
We can worry about that after we catch our dragon.
And convince Lady Hellbender to help us bust the church a new one.
Before setting out on our quest, let us rouse our spirits with a Catathian battle anthem.
What? Like now?
You know what? Flark it. Let's do it.
Listen closely. Ancient Catathian is a powerful tongue with words that hold great meaning. Follow as I lead the melody. Soltraju tu plug, Heldagor Morgath, Soltas Flander Gath,
Really? We're doing this?
Targath Gonot Kol, Volmalki Ultath, Gothan Kol Galmak.
Targat Kol,
Volmakiutath, Gathan Kogalmach.
Pelma Fin Sarduth, Jutkai Nageltau, Gothen Kogalmak.
Pelma Fin Sarduth, Jutkai Nageltau, Gothen
Galmak, Galmak, Soltath Flander Gath.
What does that last line mean, Drax?
Soltath Flander Gath. It means we will be victorious. At last, the hunt for Fin Fang Foom truly begins.
A monster that big's gonna leave serious marks all over the planet.
Man, this thing is, thought we could use it if we ever need to hide our identity during a job or something.
First of all, a Glarnot mask ain't no identity.
Glarnot, they're that gang from the planet that rains emeralds or something, right? Or am I confusing them?
It's diamonds.
Oh, yeah.
And B, there's only 2 jobs I've ever needed a mask. The time me and Groot knocked over a top-secret lab.
Really?
Oh, yeah. The other time was when I borrowed a Glarnot mask and accidentally stole Groot from the collector.
How'd you accidentally steal Groot?
You have to understand, Quill. I was on the run back then. The war was still raging strong, and them Kree scientists weren't exactly happy I left Half-World. I had to keep a low profile.
By robbing the collector?
I was broke. And no offense, but the way the collector plasters his face all over nowhere like he owns the place.
He doesn't own the place.
Someone had to knock him off his stupid flarkin' pedestal. Fact that I was drunk when I did it just makes it funnier.
Is there a bounty out for you that I should know about?
Relax. Anyways, I lifted one of them stupid Glarnot masks from some passed out jerk at Mantlo's, stumbled my way to the Collector's Emporium, put on the mask, flashed some shiny rocks I found, and when his assistant's back was turned, I bonked him on the head.
Oh, you're unbelievable.
I know. It was gravy after that. Once I was sure he was out, I started cleaning out the place. Woke up the next morning on a stolen transport with a bag of loot and Groot. Of course, he was just a baby back then. Barely taller than a weed.
Aw, baby Groot.
I knew right then and there that I had to take care of him. A cage ain't no place for guys like us. We've been partners in crime ever since.
That, I believe.
Believe what you want, Quill. Truth is truth.
When did you guys rob a secret lab?
It was before we came after you. This Signog named Wheeler reached out to me and Groot. Wanted us to steal a bioweapon from some research lab in Arago 7. Piece of cake for a crack team like me and Groot.
Wait. And Groot wore a mask for this?
Man, you should have seen him, Quill. Bark naked except for the stupid mask of Thanos. It was flarkin' hilarious.
Yeah, I bet.
That was until we realized the eggheads on Arago actually hired Wheeler to get us there.
6 out of 10 times it's a trap.
Yup. Turns out they wanted to study us. My implants, Groot's regeneration, super valuable to the right bidder. By the time I realized what was up, they'd got Groot. Locked him in a frickin' cage, Quill. Like an animal.
That's terrible.
Yep, well, joke's on them. We weren't about to be turned into science experiments anytime soon, so I went with Plan B. One explosive charge later, and ba-boom, we were home free.
And the bioweapon?
Sold it back to Wheeler for triple the price.
Nice.
Yep, those were the days.
I'll just put this back.
Don't think I've been that eager to start a mission since I worked with Thanos.
You were eager to work for Thanos.
Not for the right reasons, obviously.
I'm always eager for missions.
Now, that is patently false.
I just hide it well.
Milano isn't gonna self-destruct or anything while we're gone, right?
How many times do I gotta tell you? The ship probably ain't equipped with self-destruct systems.
All set to take on Foom Rocket?
They say that a single one of his claws is bigger than a fully grown man.
Considering how those legends about Hellbender turned out, that dragon's probably as tall as Groot.
All good, buddy?
I am Groot.
Ready for our biggest battle yet?
I am Groot.
He was more worried about us killing each other over the past few cycles.
I knew this day would come. I was destined to battle the Dragon Lord of Kakaranthara.
Bet you didn't think you'd be fighting him with this team of a-holes.
I did not, but I am thankful fate has granted me this honor. Despite your best efforts, you are an honorable man, Peter Quill.
Thanks, Drax. We're gonna pull this off. I know it.
Of course. We have to. For Nikki. Ever fought a dragon before? Sounds fun, actually.
Only in the arcade. That's good enough, right? All right, let's do this.
Shivering titwitch as it's cold.
That's not really how that saying goes.
You want to correct me? Or you want to find Fin Fang Foom and save the galaxy?
I want Fin Fang Foom.
And the galaxy-saving thing, I guess. Assuming Hellbender even goes for this.
Lady Hellbender will go for it.
Okay, well, I ain't seeing no Foom poop.
We should look for Catathian hunt markers, testaments to the bravery of those who came before.
By bravery, you mean...
Glorious death.
And what do these hunt markers look like?
Fucking meteor!
The legends of raining fire are true.
Any other legends we should know about?
Legends of glorious death.
Well, as long as it's glorious! Anybody else hearing a high-pitched whine?
I just heard it.
Not my voice. I mean from the Milano.
In that case, no.
I haven't gotten all the costumes yet, or even close to it. So I'm just kind of confused as to where the hell they all are.
Watch out! We did not come here to be slain by ice and rocks. There is only one noble way to die on Maklu 4, like so many of my people before us.
Someone remind Drax we ain't come here to die!
No one's dying. We're taking Foom alive. We're handing him over to Lady Hellbender alive. And we're getting her to help us take on the Church's Armada.
So in this plan of ours, the Armada part is where we die?
Maybe, but definitely not before that.
Go team!
Looks like a dead end.
Glorious dead end.
Gotta admit, I kinda love how excited you are about all this.
All right, Drax, let's channel some of that excitement toward this rock.
I shall pretend as the head of Fin Fang Foom.
Great! Drax just shattered the skull of the thing we're supposed to capture.
Bye-bye, galaxy.
You have nothing to fear. They say that his bones cannot be crushed.
See?
I am Groot.
Groot says he wants to take it all in. Take your time, buddy. Might be our last chance to take anything in.
Think Foom's in there? If fantasy books taught me anything, it's that dragons love to hang out inside mountains.
I am Groot.
Groot wants to know if those books said anything about catching dragons.
I'm sure it had something to do with teamwork and trust.
You can't remember the details because he didn't read the whole
I
thing.
read a lot of different dragon books, okay? And there was always a mountain, and the good guys always win.
I am Groot.
Ain't no one writing a book about us.
Yeah. Irony. I know it.
I think I see something up ahead!
Does it have big, scary claws?
Look, my people were here.
Didn't we see these in Drax's memories? When Mantis linked us all together?
Your Catathian hunt markers. Legends say that Fin Fang Foom can will himself from one dimension to another, should he choose to do so.
So what if he chooses to do that while we're kicking his ass?
Well, then we will have been bested, and must hope that in some other timeline we will have fared better.
You think we're this desperate in other timelines, too?
Not the one where I'm leader.
That's a lot of brave Catathians.
After Thanos raised Katath, my people were left broken, physically and mentally. Their exodus led many of them here in great numbers.
So how many of these hunters came back?
None.
They were all victims of Fin Fang Foom?
Not victims. They came for the ultimate battle. A truly glorious death.
Is it just me, or does it feel like we're a part of something here?
Oh yeah, part of Foom's all-you-can-eat buffet.
I mean, walking in the footsteps of Drax's people, out here to save the galaxy, makes you want to believe in destiny.
I'm not trying to kill the moment or nothing, but everybody listed here was destined to be monster chow.
If we all die, we will die like proper Catathians.
If we all die, everyone dies. Magus is gonna consume everything.
Then let's catch Foom and make sure that doesn't happen. Okay, team. If we can't make quick work of this thing, then we got no right going after Fin Fang Foom.
Well said, Peter Quill. This one is prime!
We really don't have time to mess around like this!
We're moving as fast as we can! What the fuck? Mushrooms aren't using this stuff!
We need to teach this freak to roll over! I really hope this Lady Hellbender plan works!
I'm surprised we even have a plan!
Stay away from its wafting exhalations!
You're up, big guy!
The spore-riddled cat has no apparent weaknesses! We will defeat this beast! We will capture Foom! It is our destiny!
And don't forget the part about getting rich in the end!
Guys, huddle up!
What a bunch of losers! Me and Groot, we win this in our sleep!
Thanos used to tie me in fights like this just to make it interesting.
They are no match for these blades, Peter Quill.
You know what I see when I look at that battlefield? I see all of you. I'm mesmerized.
Mesmerized? What?
Seriously, you make me want to fight 24 hours a day. So what do you say we run these guys to the ground, huh? Who's with me?
Do his
Anyone understand that speech? What? Because those spores are poisonous, Peter! Move!
String them up, Groot! Sick of Drax! It's like a walking pile of pimples!
So let's pause it already!
Yes! Now bring on Fin Fang Foom!
Okay, so on a scale of 1 to 10, how much bigger and stronger and scarier is Foom gonna be than the thing we just fought?
10,000.
That's what I figured.
No one said this was gonna be easy, Rocket.
Right, but 10,000 times, Quill, Drax is the literal one, remember?
Obviously, our chances of pulling this off suck. A lot. But what chance does the galaxy have if we don't pull it off?
Exactly. We all saw what the church is capable of. No matter what this planet throws at us, we're not stopping until we catch Foom and Lady Hellbender is fighting by our side.
Dang it. I don't even need this anymore. I need costumes.
If we fall this day,
Gamora, I'm thinking I can get a pretty good vantage point from the top of this thing.
Okay, just be careful, Peter.
Yeah.
I can see the whole crater from up here. Maybe Foom's not in the mountain after all. Maybe he's down there somewhere.
You tell us.
I mean, if I were a dragon, I
Oh.
definitely want to stop around down there.
The legends do tell of Fin Fang Foom stalking Maklu's greatest caldera.
Good enough for me. We can probably work our way around the edge and find a way down.
Ooh, I love it.
My sister used to paint places like this.
Hell worlds?
Frozen landscapes.
You expect me to believe that Nebula, scourge of 100 worlds, like to paint pretty pictures?
They weren't pretty. Flark and Hala!
Whoa, get a load of them claw marks.
They've got to be Foom's, right?
He is even bigger than his legend.
So, yeah. When we find him, let's avoid the claws.
Groot.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we need to cross here too. Just not sure how.
Looks like there might be a ledge hiding under all those rocks on the other side. Let's just say we do catch Fin Fang Foom. We're just gonna drag him all the way back?
I'll call the Milano over and we'll hook him up with the tow cables. I'm assuming he can survive deep space.
Fin Fang Foom hunts on multiple worlds.
Perfect.
Okay. I'm thinking this is step one of a multi-step solution to get across this chasm.
All right, and what are the next steps?
Still working on that part.
I could clear the rubble from that ledge, Peter Quill. I just need something to throw.
How about Quill?
Final step, Drax. If we can topple some of those rocks, we go.
Glorious!
I swear, I've never seen you in such a good mood.
Because you have never seen me on the Great Hunt before.
What about our quarantine zone mission?
You mean our quarantine zone bust?
Drax, I know you've been waiting for this a long time. Enjoy it, man.
Thank you, Peter Quill. I must admit that with everything that has happened, I need this.
Yeah, well, maybe if we'd listened to you from the start and just gone after Foom.
Then we'd probably be dead. We so weren't ready before.
Everyone get ready. There's something up ahead.
Pretty sure it sees us, whatever it is.
Great. More foam food to deal with.
Do not underestimate anything that survives the perils of this planet.
Good advice.
The rest of you should think of this as a warm-up for Fin Fang Foom!
Yeah, well, I don't feel no warmer.
Stick it to her, Groot! Beware!
I'm on it!
I know I don't say this enough, but I really appreciate you guys.
Wilson motivational speech mode. We really are desperate.
And the hunt for Fin Fang Foom continues.
Okay, let's just think things through a moment.
Since when is that a thing we do?
What if we're too late? What if Raker finishes what he started and the ritual...
Then we're doing all of this for nothing.
Not for nothing. If our final act is to challenge Fin Fang Foom, it will be an honorable final act.
I don't do final acts. I'm a survivor.
Let's hope we are not too late.
All right, let's figure out a way to get through here. We're in a rush, apparently.
There. See? More ominous peaks.
This planet's starting to give me the creeps. I keep thinking Foom's gonna claw us from behind.
Fin Fang Foom is a legendary beast. Legendary beasts do not claw from behind.
Maybe not, but smart ones do.
I once heard that Fin Fang Foom is the runt of the litter. He's even got one brother that's way bigger than him.
I have never heard this story.
What? You ain't never heard about Bing Bang Boom? The colossal beast of Kakaranaraka? Makarantula?
Nonsense.
clearly going that way. But I'm going this way. Oh, they're following. It's never good when they follow.
Way too close. They say that Fin Fang Foom uses the planet's treacherous surface to test would-be adversaries.
It's Lady Hellbender legends all over again.
Careful! That's deadly gas.
How do you know?
Hello? She's an assassin? I bet she's gassed all kinds of famous people.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Uh-huh. Anyway, let's go, Quill.
Use them fancy guns of yours to freeze the source.
Maybe that's the actual only way that you can go. Whatever. I don't need that.
So here's an idea. Why don't we lure Foom into one of these gas caves? Knock him out.
Cowardly. I want full credit for the kill.
For the last time, Drax, we're not killing Fin Fang Foom. We're catching him to give to Lady Hellbender so she forgives us and hopefully helps us fight the church.
Seems complicated.
Wait. Rocket, are you neck deep in water?
We're about to stare down a legendary dragon with the fate of the entire galaxy at stake. I ain't gonna hold us up.
Wow.
I'm impressed. You really conquered your fear.
Yeah, well, it ain't about me no more.
You got this, Drax.
This shall be fulfilling.
Instead of giving her Foom,
Any chance Lady H might settle for a few of these? Whatever they are.
I'm thinking no!
Form of a new one!
You don't incoming batch of beasts!
Their numbers do not concern me! Keep your breathing room, girl! Many Cataphians have perished upon these slopes!
No old town for us! Not today, anyway!
We still haven't gotten Groot's final power.
Muffins are good, Jud keiner Goltau, Gothan Kogalmak.
I didn't even tell him to do it.
Loving the initiative.
Sotra Jutukluk. Sotra Jutukluk. Heldagor Morgath. Soltath Flandergath.
This is definitely in Drax's wheelhouse.
Galmak, Galmak, Soltath Flandergath.
Push it real good.
Shall be no more.
Nice! Who won't know what hit him?
You will be more resilient than a boulder, Peter Quill.
I know. I'm just trying to be positive.
Why?
I think it's a team building thing.
We require no further team building.
Honestly, after everything we've been through, there's no one I'd rather be doing this with. I flarkin' love you guys.
Ugh, gross.
Some things are better left unsaid, Peter.
Yeah, wait This place is crumbling all around us.
Whoa! Barking, Maclu!
Maklu 4, Peter Quill. You must be fair to the other Maklus. Sotrachutukluk, Heldak Omagath, Soltath, Flandergath.
Careful!
Very, very sharp!
This is nothing compared to the legendary teeth and claws of Fin Fang Foom.
You know, I'm gonna be really disappointed if he doesn't live up to all the hype.
Assuming we live that long.
Peter, look! There's smoke ahead.
Pelmafit.
Think it's Foom?
More likely it's people.
Great. Maybe they'll know where he is.
Or they'll attack us on sight. I could probably infiltrate the camp, look for weak links, make an example of the right person, bleed them out in front of their crew. The shock of it will cause confusion or maybe even surrender, and we carve through the rest.
Hey, is everything okay? We didn't really talk after your,
The killing my sister thing?
Yeah, and other tangential topics.
I'm fine. Ish.
Okay.
Peter, there's a good chance Nikki's already lost.
No, I don't accept that.
And if she is, I know I'll be the one expected to make the hard call.
She's my daughter.
But I'm the killer. We both know that.
It's not gonna come to that.
And if it does? If it's a choice between her and literally everything else, Peter, you'd do anything for someone you care about. And we both know that
We both know that you would as well. Which is why you're exactly who I need to bring my girl home. Alive.
I hope you're right.
Targath gonot kol, Vol malki ultath, Gothan kol galmak.
Foom! It's Foom!
Yes!
Or just one huge flarkin' rock! Fast!
I am Groot.
Yeah, Ominous is right!
Alright, going that way.
Groot says to put on your sliding pants. Looks like the only way down.
Again, just trying to make sure I'm not missing anything. I need that last couple.
Here goes!
I don't like this!
Rating!
Glorious! Kind of amazing! Also really terrifying.
Alright, there's gotta be a way through there.
Hello?
Is that Wendigo?
We're looking for Fin Fang Foom. You seen him? Big wings, nasty teeth.
Purple shorts.
What do you mean, purple shorts?
What, I heard he wears purple shorts.
Ancient legends do tell of such a thing.
See?
That's gonna hit us!
There ain't no way through!
Follow me!
Into a wall!
Trust me!
I knew there'd be an explanation.
Oh, yeah. I like this one.
Let's see those things in action.
I'm on it.
How did you know your guns would work back there?
Melt that one, too. Good thing that rock tried to murder us, or we'd have never got Quill's sweet new power. And that one. At least it ain't quite as cold in this cave.
You're the one with fur. Groot's practically naked.
Groot don't get cold, but he's a big baby in the heat.
I'm Groot.
Hey, we're all flammable. I am so jealous right now, Quill.
You should be.
I swear, Quill, you get all the fun toys.
What? What about that weird gun you have that turns people inside out?
Oh yeah, the zipper. Man, I gotta fix that thing.
Step aside, mortals, and allow the Meltonator to do his mighty work.
What is that?
Come on, Rocket. We got past your fear of water.
That ain't water.
Fortune smiles upon us this day, my friends.
We just almost got crushed by a giant meteor.
Indeed. Almost.
He's got you there. Absolutely not.
Press the wrong button.
Heave it, Groot.
I'm Groot.
You can stop there. Thanks.
What the flark?
It might be his name. Maybe he's trying to communicate.
Please don't.
I am Groot.
Star-Lord! See? Star-Lord! Is it just me, or did he sound a little irritated?
No, there was definitely hatred in that voice.
Ha! Always the charmer, Quill. Check out these pointy trees.
Don't check them out too close.
Ah! It burns! Groot says they've got corrosive spores. Maybe don't get too close. Baby, burn! Nice! I ain't ever gonna get tired of that. Groot says those plants deserve it.
Keep it up! I'm actually starting to get warm.
Another plant falls to Captain Heatglob. With all these exceptional beasts, it is a wonder Lady Hellbender does not move her home here.
Those things grow in a frozen hellscape. I think they're made of sturdier stuff than that.
Keep your eyes peeled. Smell an ambush.
Your senses must be finely tuned. I smell nothing.
Nope, still not tired of it. You think Golden Boy is getting tortured right now?
More likely Warlock is torturing Raker.
Golden One is formidable.
I think she meant with his mouth, Drax.
That is not an effective means of torture.
Nice shot, Peter. Okay, you're just killing weeds at this point. Maybe try something else.
I imagine Foom would sense our arrival and rush to face us.
Nope, still not tired of it.
Nice shot, Peter.
Nice costume. Oh. Yes. Oh, Rocky.
Okay, you're just killing weeds at this point. Maclu 4 is beautiful, its own twisted way.
The trees are indeed twisted. Well observed.
I am Groot.
Groot says the plants here are all mean or stupid.
Alright. Definitely about to have a fight down here. For sure.
Look, Will, it's your new best bud.
I'd say communication has failed.
Another, up there.
Looks like they've evolved to survive these conditions.
I'm dying in them.
Hold up, Rocket!
Don't expect them to say much more than Wendigo! Find another snack, buddy!
Or perhaps you would prefer the whole meal!
I'm with you, bud! Let's squash this guy!
Heads up!
Put him down, Groot!
No wonder they're grumpy, living on this hunk of ice!
They shall die where they live!
Why can't we ever just meet a nice local?
We do tend to attract a certain sort.
Let's finish this!
Rush them, Drax!
They're fast for something so big.
You can't borrow my jet boot!
Don't much more than Wendigo! Well, watch it!
Move away, Rocket! Where'd it go home? Get it?
Wendigo, force yourself!
I shall break their bones! They remind me of the abominable snowman!
Feel free to take them back to your planet!
Chop them, Gamora!
Okay, I'm done playing with the snow monkeys.
Wendigo.
Is that really what we're calling them?
Hey, they're the ones who keep yelling Wendigo. See?
Sounds like we haven't seen the last of them.
I need another Star-Lord costume badly.
These snow beasts have whet my appetite. I am eager to slay the great Fin Fang Foom.
Capture Drax. We're going to capture him.
That is what I said.
You said slay.
Maybe Hellbender will want to add some of those Wendigo to her army.
Assuming they don't hold a grudge.
Hey, they started it.
So much for not holding a grudge.
Try to make friends. It's not well. What do you think, Quill? They still just tried to communicate!
Heads up!
They just herd us into their zoo?
Looks more like a dinner plate.
Let's make sure we don't end up on the menu.
Can we kill any faster? It's Clark cold!
Understood! I shall kill with haste! Keep the training room through!
Look out!
Guys, huddle up! What are we waiting for? These blades are thirsty!
Mine too. I want to run in there right now and do some serious damage, Peter.
This bloodlust you feel, it makes things unreal. And it'll get you killed if you don't control it. Which is why we don't rush in. We take our time and we bring them down. Who's with me?
Feel my wrath!
Feel it!
Move it! Pizza!
Time's up!
My butt still hurts from that slide.
Perhaps you're not used to it by now.
Whoa! Did you
The less I have to touch him, the better. Can we kill any faster? It's Clark cold!
We really should have dressed in layers.
Rocket! New gun! One last strong flailing thing!
That thing was freaking nasty!
Smash him up, Drax!
This is a bad tactical position!
Is there a good one when it comes to these things?
Slow him down! Lay on the hurt! Now's your chance, Gamora!
I can't believe those snow monkeys got the jump on us.
We're on their turn!
Right in the face! Thing!
My butt still hurts from that slide.
Are you sure you have not been bitten on the buttock? Do your thing, Gamora! Let's see those branches! How's that? This reminds me of our monster hunt in the prohibited area!
Yeah, you'd think we just turned on a thumper! You can admire him later! Squash up!
With pleasure!
It's like the whole planet came out to play.
Let him come! I got bombs for all!
Make like a tree! Chop 'em up! Yes! Bring me more!
No one takes joy in their work like you, Drax! Uh-oh.
That Jack was hucking rocks at us.
Let us return the favor! Rip of a new one!
My foot still hurts from that slide.
Surprised you're not used to it by now!
This reminds me of our monster hunt in the prohibited area!
I think you mean the quarantine zone.
You can admire him later! Squash up!
Let's him rock it! Slice and dice!
I hope we squash some of these flarkers when we crash!
Maybe that's why they hate us!
And they said don't play with fire. Drax, it's like the whole planet came out to play.
This is my kind of game! We killed their leader. They should leave us alone now.
Or seek revenge.
Think that wreck is the camp we saw?
Nah, this thing has been here for ages. Look, the smoke's coming from the other side of it.
We're close, but we're gonna need to get up there.
Oh, please. It's probably the least dangerous thing on this planet. It's just a big hunk of scrap.
I'm not seeing a way up there. At least not for all of us.
We all succeed or none succeed.
All right, Groot, give me a boost. About yay high.
Yay is not a unit of measurement.
Groot knows what he means.
They say Fin Fang Foom is a foe unlike any one could imagine.
All right, heads up. I'm gonna drop something down for you guys.
I never knew this day would come.
What, freezing your nips off with a bunch of us?
Look out below!
Ha! That'll work!
You think those creatures were using this ship for shelter?
Screw them, they're dead.
We'd better not get stranded out here. This cold is deadly.
We can always burn Groot.
Here, give me a hand.
We should be ready. We don't know the source of that smoke. Or hostiles.
Maybe a nice warm fire and some Sakaran spirits.
Ooh, maybe it's a barbecue.
What's barbecue?
What? You guys have never had barbecue? Charbroiled burgers, grilled steaks, baby back ribs?
Why would you consume the ribs of an infant?
Whatever it is, it smells.
Bodies. It smells of bodies.
Jeez. Is all this foom?
Undoubtedly.
There's a costume here.
Up ahead. Looks like there's a survivor.
Who goes there?
No head. She has no head.
I believe that repulsive tentacle orb is her head.
And I can hear you with it.
Are you the only survivor?
Clearly not. Who are you, meat sacks?
We're here for Foom.
Forget what I said. Yeah, I'm the only survivor. Or will be.
I take it you know where we can find him?
Sure. Digesting my men back at his roost. Big Eye's obelisk sticking out of the Caldera's frozen sea.
Don't worry, we'll take care of Foom.
Sure you will, Terran. Just don't come running back here when he chases you. Still got some things to pack up.
Sorry about your men.
Dead men collect no paychecks. Speaking of, aren't you the Mad Titan's daughter?
What of it?
Relax, I'm not looking for trouble. There was a time I'd have taken you in for the bounty.
There was a time I'd have killed you for trying.
Yeah. Seems we've both got bigger problems right now.
Seems like.
You gonna be okay?
I don't need your pity, Terran. I'll head back to Contraxia and lick my wounds.
Ooh, hey, you may not want to do that. Contraxia isn't exactly safe right now.
When is it ever?
Seriously, maybe you should just come with us.
I've been embarrassed enough today without taking help from a stranger. I can look after myself.
Well, if you hear people talking about a promise with a matriarch, just steer clear.
I'll keep that in mind.
Sean, dude.
May as well put it to good use, right?
They ain't using it. Here's hoping we do better against Foom than this lot.
Invisible wall. I love you so much.
Big ice thingy on the frozen sea, eh?
Are you good?
You said it, buddy. Sure is a long way down. Another hunt marker?
This one is unclaimed. No doubt it belonged to one of these corpses.
Guess they never got the chance to plan it.
I've appropriated it for our own use, to herald our bravery this day. It shall mark our ultimate conquest, or our glorious defeat.
Foom may be bad news, but he's nothing compared to the fight that comes next.
And it shall mark our penultimate conquest.
One conquest at a time. All right, people, let's catch us a dragon.
Yes, we grow ever closer to our great destiny.
You're awful chipper, considering Foom obliterated that camp like it was nothing.
We are not nothing.
I'm with Drax. No mountain too high, no valley too low.
Literally. In the case of this place.
Too bad that camp didn't have nothing useful, like a can of anti-foom spray.
Perhaps a copy of Fighting Fin Fang Foom Volume 3, Dragon Slaying Techniques and Strategies.
Whoa!
Take heed! The ice is amplifying our velocity!
This is how I die! Have you lost your forking mind?
Come on! If you forget it was incredibly dangerous, it's actually kind of fun!
Indeed! Let us meet our deaths bemused!
Well, that takes care of the getting down part.
I don't even want to think about how we're gonna get back up. Or how we're gonna get Foom up there.
Look on the bright side. We may be dead.
Back on Earth, people would use dog sleds. A whole line of huskies pulling a sled across the ice.
Don't expect me to be the dog.
I was actually thinking of the Wendigo, and Foom is the sled.
That's the craziest idea I've ever heard.
Yeah.
All right.
I love it.
There's definitely a costume up here. No doubt in my mind. Yes!
So, what was up with old
Gotta be for
Bubblehead?
Groot.
Seemed like an augment to me, some sort of amorphous biochemical appendage.
Imagine what she could do with all those hands.
Haven't got one for Groot in a while.
Don't be gross.
What? I didn't mean it like that. Ooh, I didn't think it could get any colder.
You know, it's days like these I'm glad I installed seat warmers in the Milano.
Up ahead, there's the ice obelisk.
This must be it, the frozen sea.
This is the perfect spot. Here we will challenge the great beast. Fin Fang Foom! Come and face your death!
What are you doing? We can't get the drop on him if he knows we're here.
Also, we're not killing him, remember?
Shout with me. Here we demonstrate our mettle!
Fin Fang Foom! Your end draws near!
Nope, not his end.
Peter Quill, go!
Fin Fang Foom, it's nap time!
Rocket, it's your turn!
Did he just say my real name?
Rocket!
Fin Fang Foom! We're gonna decomboggle your flunking scut spigots! You hear me?
He hears you!
You scaly, overgrown gordle-splode! You fessed lump of Satarkian shrub meat! You don't scare us!
It feels good, does it not?
Yeah! Yeah! It actually does!
Just through here. Be ready for anything.
That is technically impossible. My blood thickens in anticipation of our great combat.
Gross.
Of course he means literally. It's Drax.
Naturally, Catathian anatomy is built for combat, down to the cellular level.
Oh, goodness.
So, where is he?
Maybe we spooked him.
Impossible. Foom was born without fear.
You don't know that.
In the cold heart of a dying star.
Dying stars ain't cold.
This one was.
You think his lair's behind that?
Let's find out.
by beating him into submission.
We're gonna have to get through that ice armor first!
Prepare yourself, fool! You face Captain Heatclaw! Ha! His own might will be his undoing! Guys, huddle up! Yes! Celebrate this moment, my friends! Victory shall soon be ours! They shall carve our name in the history books, Peter Quill, and it will not be spelled incorrectly!
Look, I know we want to celebrate because we're maybe 2 steps away from winning this fight. But if we start dancing before we actually win, these scut-holes will send us to our graves. So let's keep our focus and show these losers exactly how we rock. Who's with me?
Victory is ours!
We are!
Time to pop! Not so invincible after all! Yeah, bust up the other pieces!
That's 2!
You are the Bane of Ice, Peter Quill!
See? Bane of Ice isn't such a bad nickname!
Today, we earn our place in top.
As long as we ain't going there anytime soon! Boom, baby! How you like us now?
His opinion does not appear to have improved.
Want to go!
Nice, Foom! Easy, Foom!
He's not a threat, Peter! Nice work, Peter!
Not so hot now, are you, Foom?
Bring it, you overgrown lizard!
Looks like he just did! Run! That was too close!
Good thinking! Muscles! Get through the head! He thinks you two can refund that rock right into Foom's face!
Peter Quill, unleash me onto the through! Do your thing, Drax! Gamora! Run him through! Hope this match is square with Hellbender! You would do well to use her full title in her presence!
Are we even making a dent?
Flesh does not dent!
We seem to be making him matter! So that's progress! Come on, you're right, Sector 9!
Great winds would make for invigorating flight! Guard us while I assist the tree! Suppose we had sold Foom as I originally suggested! Okay, Drax! You get to pick our next money-making scheme! He's destroyed by our combined might! Rocket! Go wild! Cut him up, Gamora! My great strength goes under you. Prepare for pain! The beast grows desperate!
Yeah, and pissed!
And he's bound to get sloppy!
Just don't get your branches burned!
I thought you'd never ask!
Feel free to give up, Foom! Foom would never shame himself with surrender! It is not his attention I crave!
One more time! Let's knock him out cold!
Doesn't look like he's gonna make it easy on us!
Beast is most dangerous, but that is his destiny. We must not let him. I feel ready.
Now, Peter!
Fire!
Let her loose!
Yes! We stand triumphant! Foom has fallen. Oh, hold on! No, wait, no! No! Lady Hellbender! Drax, stop! Guys! Wait, guys, go! Lady Hellbender, we want to...
Nobody escapes my wrath, Floorboard. Monster Queen of Seknarf 9, you said you'd hear him out. Promised.
Speak. I hope this is the one where you make a good speech.
We screwed up. We conned you, robbed you, killed your baby. We can't take back what we've done. But we want to make it right.
Quill.
You murdered the Dragon Lord of Kakarandara! Ah!
you.
Fate has finally brought the two of us together. Lord Foom.
The final harvest begins. Dead worlds, screaming across space. We must go. Now.
Someone needs to take a stand against the church. We could really use some help.
You pay one debt, then create another.
No, though I can kind of see...
Enough. I will gather my forces.
All right, let's go.
Yes! Noble Lady Hellbender shall fight alongside us this day. After we bested Foom the Invincible.